Hello, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to whoever you are, wherever you are watching this. I am your host, Passport Nomad, and today's content is on one of my last videos titled 9 Types of Women You Should Avoid in the Philippines. That video was posted only 6 days ago, and it has received 7.3K views with 221 likes and 60 comments. So normally what I will do is review and reply back to my videos that did well in views with my audience. But before I go any further, I'd like to ask you to help support this channel by subscribing so you can keep up with all my latest content and help me on my way to my goal of 1K subscribers. Now, getting into today's content, I will read from some of my best comments received in regards to the posted video. So with that said, I will begin with our first comment that comes from Ernest Estrada, 2461. He says, "My sister used to be married to a Filipino man, but in the United States. His family often guilted him into doing things for them, and my sister would often say, 'You have to have boundaries,' but too often it fell on deaf ears. This eventually created a situation where he was unwilling to compromise for his own wife. That's my sister. My sister sometimes is not the most understanding, and she can be very critical and judgmental. He should have realized that she was not Filipina and that he was going to have to compromise. Instead of compromising, he chose his Filipino family, and they got divorced. Because of this, when he remarried, he married a Filipino woman." Thanks for your comment. Rarely is it mentioned about how it is when the roles are reversed. But this was a perfect example of what happens when two people from different cultures don't fully either understand each other or are not willing to work out their situation. Of course, in America, things work way different from the way it does in the Philippines. American women are built differently in mindset, especially when it comes to things such as marriage and finances. Sounds like the Filipino husband didn't fully understand what he was getting into when marrying a woman from Western society. In America, marriage is built like a partnership where it's appropriate to be open, honest, and communicate with your partner, especially if it's your wife. It's understandable if his family needs help every now and again. However, in America, you should discuss that with your partner to make sure certain things are understood and set in stone, to keep both partners in a happy relationship. If that doesn't happen, then there will be consequences that will eventually put that relationship in jeopardy. Yes, he should have had boundaries if his family was constantly guilting him. However, I'm going to leave the rest to you guys on what your thoughts are about this situation. What could have been done differently? Or who do you think was right, the husband or the wife? Leave your comments below. Next comment comes from Jinkazama 1652. He writes, "My Filipina girlfriend has a job and she is broke. When I did a vacation to the Philippines, her mom was in the hospital and her daughter told me she got scammed for 20,000 pesos. Lots of financial problems happening when I visited her family. Thanks for your comment. Unfortunately, this commonly happens if you're a foreigner dating a Filipina. Even I myself have dated someone who always seemed to have some kind of emergency where they or their family needed money and would ask me for it like on a weekly basis. Yet they have a job but are still broke all the time. Even if I gave her money, it would all be gone within a week and she would go right back to asking again for something else. It was always something else that seemed to be a never-ending problem. Most foreigners are not rich. We have bills and expenses to pay as well. But when they keep asking for money constantly, it eventually becomes a problem. However, again, what do you guys think about this situation?" Someone already replied asking, "What did you learn?" And another replied, "Run, Forrest, run." Next comment comes from Joshua Rizel Foreman, 816. He writes 1. "My Filipino wife is poor. 2. She has kids 3. We met in HK and she was going through an annulment when we met. She is also well educated but had to work as an OFW to support her family. 4. No salary. We have an income through property that we rent out as well as a profitable business. 5. Family requests were nullified immediately. The one person who requested a handout was cut off immediately. I am not an ATM. I fund my stepdaughter and my niece at university. My choice can improve their lives. 6. No lies. We have a family. 7 Tampo. I agree, but I deal with it. Thanks for your thoughts. It's nice to know there are many good women out there. If you are financially stable, to provide for your Filipina, that is good. You have set boundaries with her and the family, and anyone should respect that. You are not an ATM and you have made all the right choices to keep your relationship good and strong. I congratulate you, sir, and may you have many good years ahead of you in your marriage. As for guys who haven't come here yet or have thoughts on who to marry, the message remains the same. At the end of the day, it is up to the individual to do the research, learn the culture, and make an educated decision on what works best for them in their particular situation. Not everyone's situation is the same, and some are less fortunate than others. Tell me in the comments your thoughts on his comment. The next comment comes from Vincent.4151. He writes, 100 true video. Guys, you need to study this video several times and learn from it. You cannot travel to SEO, Southeast Asia, to seek women being an unskilled amateur. You better be in top physical shape too. There are some good women and families there, but do not waste your time on single moms or married women. The low-value woman will play games you cannot possibly win. Be aware and know what you are doing. Thanks a lot for your comment and sharing your thoughts. You know, this is exactly why I do content like this, to spread awareness and inform to prevent guys from falling into a situation that may make their lives miserable. I have heard many bad stories from guys who were unfortunate to fall for some of these red flags while living abroad. Now moving on to one of the worst comments of the video, coming from Zenthros 4533, who writes, "Who hurt you, bro?" Honestly, I expect these kind of comments. However, I don't usually respond back to them. But that doesn't mean I won't stop you, my audience, from responding to individuals who leave comments like this. So I will read off those who have responded back to him. Ghost 46,857 replied saying, "Is that your go-to question when you run out of anything intelligent to say?" Ernest Estrada 2,461 replied saying, "Why do you think he was hurt? Sounds like you're narrow-minded." He adds more about his story, which is in the comment, which you, the viewer, can see as he adds at the end. And honestly, many of those type of women that he mentioned aren't just in the Philippines, but exist in the West and other places. Shout out to Ernest Estrada and Ghost 46,857 for responding back to that comment. As a YouTuber, I know trolls will appear in my comments as a part of social media. Still, even though they can leave some unnecessary comments, I don't normally respond to unintelligent dialogue. However, I appreciate those of you who support me and my channel who defend me in the comments. You guys give me the motivation to keep going on providing content where people can have a mature conversation, where we can share our stories, experiences, thoughts, and ideas, all while spreading awareness of our issues that need to be discussed. All I ask for is everyone to respect each other, whether you agree or disagree. We are all adults with our points and opinions on the topics we discuss. If you disagree, all I ask is that you elaborate your thoughts in the comments respectfully and intellectually. If you can't do that, please by all means scroll on to someone else's content and don't leave negative, disrespectful feedback on my platform. With that said, I will end this video and I will once again thank all of you who support my channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. This is Passport Nomad signing out.